All right, so let's talk practical now. Brewing. Ready for brewing? And we'll do some demonstration. Okay. So coffee is cellulose, insoluble, mostly. Only 30% of the coffee cherry is soluble in water, and that's what we want. Most of it, not all of it. All right, this is why recipe will matter too. Target extraction, ground coffee by weight is about 18 to 22%. You need a special meter for that. I don't have one, actually. It's a TDS meter is what it's called. Total dissolved solids. If you ever had your water tested, they do this. They'll say how many parts per million? Yeah, it's the same idea, 18 to 20% versus the water, or from weight, if the coffee is extracted. Under extraction is going to be less than 18%. It'll taste sour, thin, or astringent. All right, and what that means is you didn't get enough of the good stuff out. That could have been because you didn't grind fine enough, or didn't have it ground fine enough. Your water wasn't warm or hot enough. So it could be water temperature. It could be it was under roasted. Okay, over extraction, bitter, harsh, ashy. That sounds really nice, doesn't it? Oh no. So 18 to 22%. This has been consistent since the 1960s. There's not a lot of things that have been completely consistent. That's one. That's the kind of target extraction range. That's where the recipes came from on there. And actually, like Mr. Coffee worked with the different people to set the water temperature in their boiler, because the water temperature matters, and then the recipe matters. And so they were all mass marketed together to kind of give just this, for lack of a better word, generic American coffee. You know. Okay, here's. We ruined some of your coffee. Here's the other coffee myth that we're going to ruin. Strength does not equal roast level. The strength of the coffee does not equal the roast level. Darker roast isn't stronger coffee. Medium roast isn't medium stronger.
That's bursting. That's interesting.
When people say they don't like strong coffee, what they usually mean is they don't like flavorful coffee. I know that sounds terrible.
So stress just be using more ground.
They're using less grounds, more water. They want, so strong is just, it's extraction. Now, for some people, strong means bitter. So there can be some variance here. And bitter can be because it's dark roast, or it could be because it's over extracted, meaning you use too little coffee for too much. That's over extracting. There are some, the very last things that come out of the coffee are the stuff you don't want to drink. So that's why there's kind of a sweet spot in ratio. But we'll get to that when we brew some here. All right. Recommended ratio, use metric. I know we're in America, but so it goes. Metric is so much easier for brewing coffee.
Usually grams ounces.
Okay, so remember when I was talking about volume and weight? Metric, 1 gram of coffee is 1 milliliter of coffee. Water, I should say. 1 milliliter, 1 gram of water, they're equivalent. So you can weigh 30 grams of water and it's 300 milliliters of water. You can do, so then your ratios of coffee to water are you can use grams and match the volume.
Nice.
Yeah, because the volume and the grams match. Can't do that with English measure. I don't even know how to do English coffee brewing in my head. I have a chart that I do for, like, especially churches or schools, or where they want to brew big batches. So I have a chart where I have it in both metric and by volume. The problem is by volume, not by weight. Why don't we want to measure our coffee by weight? Because depending on how it's roasted, it can have a huge difference in volume. We want to use weight. So I do have churches that they like by whatever their favorite is: Black Cloister, Resurrection, Epiphany, 1517. You can hear a theme here, I think. Right, it's all these churchy names. And once they find a recipe they like by volume, they get that same coffee every month or however often they get their coffee. They can stick with the recipe by volume because they're not changing coffees. If you're going to change coffees, you want to do it by weight, because I'm not going to roast them all the same. You won't even expect, and the beans are different sizes. Pea berry, small, very dense, very small, versus what do we have right now? Pacas is a variety. It's from Honduras. It's Honduras. It's dry processed, very large beans, but not as dense. So they're not going to. It's not going to be the same volume of coffee with the same weight. But you want to use weight for your measure, which we'll do. One of the things we want to do is show you how to just make a cup of coffee for yourself. The reason being, I mean, this is why Keurigs were so popular. Actually, thanks for having that demonstration right there, because it's one-off. And so it's very convenient. You don't have to have a pot of coffee sitting there. And a pot of coffee sitting there, unless you have a thermal, which you don't, it's glass, you know, it doesn't taste as good later.
No, but we drink it all day.
You drink it all day long.
My husband and I talk
Yeah, my
about
mother used to drink it right away at 6 in the morning, and she drank it till all day.
Yeah.
That same pot.
Insulated. Yeah, insulated instead of a hot plate is better.
Okay.
The hot plate changes the composition. I even tried this. I got one of these battery-powered cups. It's Ember is the brand name. And it's got a heating element in the base of the cup
Yeah.
to reheat coffee in it. Rather than, I don't want to microwave it. Microwaving ruins coffee.
Yeah.
It's very bad. Don't microwave coffee. It kills everything that's helpful. And it only leaves what's not tasty. But so I tried that. It's almost too much. It heats it too fast. And it never tastes the same the second time. So, and that's because so much of what's in the cup is volatile. So it can, it can just leave, of course. Aromatics just leave. But also, especially before you brew, but it's been roasted, now those things can be exposed to air, and that's what coffee can go rancid. So that's another, coffee can be bitter just because it's actually, the oils have actually gone rancid. And if there's oil on the surface, don't like no shiny coffee, right? You know what I said? No shiny coffee. It's because the oils will go rancid pretty quick.